Good morning. This is Kathleen Cloud with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, July 24th, 2025. The fire potential impacts across the next few days include the continued chance for mixed wet and dry thunderstorms across northwestern Nevada and into parts of Idaho, posing a threat for lightning due to their potential lack of precipitation. This thunderstorm activity lingers into the weekend across the northern Great Basin and becomes wetter in some areas, especially the Sierra on Saturday. Warm and dry southwesterly flow remains in place over Utah and southeastern Nevada the next several days, leading to a risk for gusty winds and low RH for much of southern Utah and the Arizona Strip on Saturday. The past 24 hours show scattered areas of minimal precipitation from yesterday's line of storms, which spread from the Sierra Front northeast through southeastern Idaho and into western Wyoming, as well as pockets of rain across central and northeastern Utah. Lightning strikes were concentrated around these areas of precipitation in northeastern Utah. We also saw a few additional strikes in northern Nevada that aren't shown here. In the last 24 hours, we had 8 new starts for a total of 129.53 acres and a large fire growth of 886 acres. The past 7 days show much of the Great Basin receiving below average precipitation amounts, except for a few pockets across eastern Nevada, central southern Utah, and the border area of Idaho and Wyoming. Overall, most areas across the basin have received 3/4 of an inch less than average during the past 7 days. With the past couple days of scattered rain and thunderstorms, ERC values are trending down across the northern parts of the basin, but are on the rise in southern Nevada and Utah due to the warm and dry air that's been in place. ERC values still remain above 80% for central Nevada and central northern Utah. Satellite from this morning shows clearing skies with some lingering spotty light precipitation and a few lightning strikes at the Nevada-Utah border as yesterday's storm systems continue to move north and east. Smoke impacts for today are largest over Utah, with smoke from the Dragon Bravo fire making its way north and west and kind of circling around the Utah-Idaho border. You'll also see some smoke impacts from our northern Idaho fires as well, but overall mostly concentrated across western Wyoming, southern Idaho, and Utah. Tomorrow, that smoke moves a little bit more to the east, so we'll see less of an impact across the Utah-Idaho border, but still quite a bit of smoke from that Dragon Bravo fire in the Arizona Strip, and a little bit of smoke coming from those northern Idaho fires on Friday as well. Today, we continue to expect to see dry thunderstorms across northeastern Nevada and the Sierra Fronts. We've issued a high risk trigger for lightning in those areas. You can see this low moving off of the California coast and kind of coming our way and bringing some storm potential with that. Our winds for today include these gusty winds in purple, storm outflows across northeastern Nevada and the Nevada-Idaho border, with the potential for some thunderstorms as well across northern Utah. Forecast precipitation is still low with these, hence the risk for dry lightning, so we're keeping an eye on that. Minimum RHs for today still remain in the single digits for most of Nevada, very low across the basin as well. Utah has been drying out. You can see some single digits in southwestern Utah and 10 and 11 in central Utah. Idaho seeing a little bit higher RHs, but still on the low end as well. And here on the right, you can see that chance for those scattered, isolated thunderstorms across that area that we've talked about previously in northern Nevada and Idaho. As that low pressure system moves east across California, it brings an increasing chance for storms and lightning across western Nevada and southwestern Idaho, where we've issued high risk for lightning on Friday. Also brings some dry air and breezy conditions across Nevada and Utah, where we've got a moderate risk due to dry conditions. Afternoon wind gusts for tomorrow include the same kind of storm outflow areas across western Nevada and southwestern Idaho. And precipitation again on Friday is still pretty low, hence the risk for lightning and dry storms. RHs continue to plummet on Friday. You can see we're down now into like 6 to 7 across southern Nevada. Still in the teens where we've got our chance for storms, but Utah as well is dried out even further and in the single digits across most of the state. Idaho as well drying out. You can see that risk for dry thunderstorms across that area we talked about earlier in northwestern Nevada. Dry and breezy conditions remain in place across most of the southern Great Basin on Saturday, where we've issued a risk for high winds in southwestern Utah and the Arizona Strip. Also, the chance for Mixed thunderstorms across northern Nevada and Idaho remain on Saturday as well. Winds on Saturday still showing those gusty outflows from the thunderstorm potential across the northern Great Basin, as well as some higher winds across southwestern Utah where we're going to have that dry air mass sitting in place. So you can see RHs still in the single digits for much of southern Nevada and southern Utah, and in the teens most everywhere else. So still very dry by Saturday. 3-day precipitation accumulation, not a whole lot. Highest chances are in northwestern Nevada and southwestern Idaho, where we've got those multiple days of mixed thunderstorm risk, but overall, no wetting rains really for the Great Basin. On Sunday, that drying trend continues. You can see that dry air mass sitting over Nevada and Utah. Still the potential for some mixed storms in southern Idaho, but keeping an eye on the wind risk as well for Sunday. On Monday, you can see the similar pattern. We've got that dry air mass still lingering in place over Nevada and Utah, expecting things to dry out further. Again, with like a possible chance for some mixed thunderstorms in northwestern Nevada and southern Idaho. On Tuesday, the pattern remains in place, and we expect to see most of the Great Basin drying out even further, hence the moderate risk across most of the basin, with lower risk where we're expecting to see some precip chances up in northern Idaho. On Wednesday, July 30th, conditions persist. Maybe the chance for some scattered things. For the most part, we're still looking at those warm and breezy conditions on Wednesday, July 30th. 7-day precip does show the chance for some monsoonal moisture in southern Utah. We're going to have to see how that lines up. But overall, not a ton of rain for the basin. Some higher pockets where we've got that thunderstorm potential over the next 7 days. But overall, mostly dry across southern Nevada and most of Utah as well. Our 8 to 14-day outlook shows temperatures near normal for most of the basin, slightly elevated in southern Idaho, and then our precip outlook is above normal for most of the basin with the storm potential for the next 7 days. That concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.